UFC gym, very pristine UFC gym in Vertis North.
Vertis North, yes sir.
Here in and I'm with my special guest for tonight, for today, pala, di tonight, and he's Gab Pangalangan, right?
Yes,
Pangalangan,
sir.
Gab na lang.
Yes,
Gab, and he's the head honcho of Dojo Drifter and also the general manager of this branch here in UFC Gym, Vertis North.
Yes, sir.
And we are here to recap at least 2 fights. Kasi yun lang yung nabutan natin Yun lang yung nabutan natin. So
it was a great card. I mean, Pettis got a great submission. Can't believe we didn't get to watch all the fights. We saw the fight that mattered most. The main event.
Of course. Well, the other fight is another fight that should have mattered too. But it's a bummer. Anong tawag nila sa mga fights na ganun?
Well, they thought. Well, first of all, we're talking about Derek Lewis versus Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou.
Yes. So the new co-main event. Letdown. I'd call it a letdown.
Oh, right. Anyway, but the top story for today is, of course, the main event. Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier, Daniel Cormier,
yes,
motherfucking Cormier.
Yeah, 2-division champ Cormier.
Now
Fedor, yes sir.
So what can you say?
Well, I mean, it's unbelievable what he did. This was Stipe Miocic, undisputed heavyweight champion, considered baddest man on the planet. And then DC knocked him out at the first round.
Unbelievable, no? And the way, diba? Parang, DC, we all know DC, he's fought John Jones, before John Jones, he's undefeated, even in wrestling, diba?
Yes.
Pero, and then he had those battles which he lost to John Jones.
Yeah.
And now, diba, bumalik siya sa heavyweight, which is raised a lot of questions about John Jones, DC, and the heavyweight division.
Yeah, it's funny nga. I mean, I'm sure you watch podcasts like Chael Sonnen's podcast, and he said that he anticipates DC will be heavier than Miocic. True enough, come weigh-in day, DC was heavier than Miocic, and Chael Sonnen was picking Cormier to win. I mean, Cormier is an Olympic wrestler, never defeated as a wrestler, never defeated as a heavyweight.
Never lost a round.
Never lost a round, except maybe to Gustafsson and of course John Jones.
But that was light heavyweight na.
At light heavyweight,
diba?
So, this is a guy who's isn't easy to beat at all. And then even though Stipe had the size advantage, so Stipe, great wrestling, great technical boxing, Western boxing, and then the size, the reach advantage. So it was really a toss-up. Who you think win?
But then when you watch the fight, parang Stipe was tagging him also Parang, di ba, parang shit, tinatamaan si Daniel. And the thing with this fight, parang you can't really choose kung sinong unless you're a DC hater. I don't know if there are Stipe haters. I don't. Maybe there are a few.
They're both nice guys.
They're both nice guys, and you can't help but feel bad for whoever who would lost. But unfortunately for Stipe, in this case, it was him.
Yeah. Diba? Right after the fight nga, parang we were both happy, like wow. Pero also, nakakawa si Stipe.
Oo nga diba? Yeah. Pero kung natalo naman siya, maawa ka rin kay DC, diba?
But definitely, the result was the one that had more impact in terms of headlines and making waves in the heavyweight division, light heavyweight division. Not to jump the gun, pero diba, right after the fight, they brought in Mr. Brock Lesnar.
Yun pa, grabe. And then he pulled up let's call it for what it is. It is a WWE promo, diba?
Yeah.
Pero I don't know. But I'm sure the hardcore UFC fans would talk shit about it. Pero I like it.
Yeah. Ako, in terms of when they say DC won, I figured, shit, that means Derek Lewis will likely get the shot at DC.
Maybe not after this fight.
Yeah, and I said, but that was a terrible fight
Yeah.
by Derek Lewis. And then it's a hard sell. It would be hard to sell that fight. And they brought in Brock Lesnar. I said, freaking geniuses! These guys bringing in the moneymaker.
Do you think it was scripted? That whoever won that fight would call out Brock?
I think they both
siguro.
knew. Oh, I think so.
Kasi Brock was there eh.
Brock was there. Yeah, and then even Cormier said, Mr. Joe Rogan,
Oo.
let me have the mic.
Yun
for
nga eh,
you."
diba? Yun yung WWE ano eh.
He knew it. But yeah, it felt like the very WWE vibe, like they were pushing each other.
Oh.
Yun din kasi, you can't really inject animosity in this fight.
Yeah.
Diba? We've seen a true fight with animosity between John Jones and DC. This is far from that. They have no history. They haven't insulted each other.
Yeah.
Anything like that. So people will tune in for this for the fact that it's Brock Lesnar, for the fact that it's two great wrestlers. Now that's what I'd tune in for.
Yeah.
You have a massive man, All-American wrestler, versus the Olympic undersized heavyweight champ.
Well,
That's
the size
great.
advantage would definitely go to Brock.
Definitely.
Pero I don't the experience and the just the skills.
Yeah.
I don't think they're at par with each other.
Definitely.
Diba?
But if you remember now, the first fight of Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez,
Well, nga.
the favors, what do you call it? The bookies, the odds makers, were in favor of Brock Lesnar, even though Cain was a more technical fighter. He had more
Talaga?
experience. Yeah.
Was that the case back then?
Yeah,
Okay.
because of the simple fact that Brock is this seemingly dominant, unbeatable creature. Hindi man person creature.
Oo nga eh, no? Monster.
Yeah, and
Monster.
that's why people still tune in. I mean, the fact that Brock Lesnar beat Mark Hunt, even though he was away from the cage for so long.
Well, that's oo nga, no? That's a good point.
Oh, we watched that together,
diba?
With the Dojo
Although that
guys.
was a couple of years ago, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, and Mark Hunt isn't really the wrestling type, unlike
Well,
DC.
how old is Brock? I think he's mga 40, more than
Si Mondo.
45 na yata siya eh.
Talaga. Well, si
Or
Cormier-
maybe, let's say 45. Cormier is 39.
Yeah, he just
Sabi.
did.
Well, not exactly a spring chicken,
No.
pero...
But the thing about
But
Brock,
although he likes chicken.
but the thing about Brock, dude, no matter how old he gets, he's really a physically gifted athlete.
Oo nga eh.
Looks great, moves great. Against a younger heavyweight, a faster heavyweight, he'd have trouble talaga. That was his trouble with Cain.
Oo nga.
But this one, on par naman.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're gonna watch it anyway naman kasi it's Brock Lesnar. And
Yeah.
who wouldn't want to see that?
Yeah.
And for sure, ang magandang balita dyan is for sure the UFC is gonna stack that card
Hopefully,
to
yes.
the teeth.
Yeah, and they have to stack these cards because as we saw na the original co-main event, Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega got cancelled. So sayang, that hurt. A lot of people were looking forward to that fight.
Who's your pick on that one?
Well, I'm a Max Holloway fan talaga.
Max Holloway. I kind of like Ortega these
TC.
days. Diba, pero
Yeah, the guy's really a phenom. I mean, his length for the division is great, which is like Holloway.
Oo nga eh, diba?
Great length.
it would have been an awesome
Awesome
match.
fight. Yeah, they're very similar. They strike at a distance, good
Pero,
grappling.
well, for the striking aspect, I'm sure, well, si Holloway talaga yung lamang
Yeah.
mukhang,
I would
di ba?
give the edge, yeah, to
Yeah.
Holloway.
Pero, what do you think? Yung lamang ni Holloway sa striking compared sa lamang ni Ortega in grappling. Alin ang mas ano doon? Ay, parang mas lamang yung sa grappling ni ano, no?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe?
But slight lang.
Well, parang maybe that's a stupid question.
Hindi man.
Oh, okay.
Pero yun nga, they're both game fighters. I'd say similar approaches. Pero yun nga, Ortega is the black belt in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
So he definitely have the edge there. But yeah, that would have been a great fight. Though I heard that they offered Ortega to fight Jeremy Stevens.
Oh, really?
Jeremy Stevens was gonna step up.
Mm-hmm.
Alam ko din, I heard a rumor they asked Frankie Edgar if he could step up.
Again, I don't
Yeah,
think that's hindi ako boto doon kay Frankie Edgar.
Yeah,
No.
and I think yun nga, it was super short notice. It's
No.
not fast. The crazy thing though is yun nga, some people were saying, oh no, Max Holloway, he's probably like on his way towards serious brain damage. He missed his second straight fight.
Oo nga, no? Diba?
Pero yun nga, actually, I'm picking this up from the Chill Sonnen podcast, which everyone should check out. Actually,
Yeah,
it's a great
go
podcast.
ahead.
He was saying the last fight where Holloway was supposed to fight Khabib was a short notice fight, and he didn't make the medical clearance after making a weight cut.
Yeah.
So that's very different from what's happening now.
No,
Now
nga.
is a full
What's the backstory ba nung concussion? Was he training pa during fight week?
Well, I gotta do more research on that. Pero
Oo, ano.
he actually showed concussion-like symptoms
Even before...
even before cutting weight.
Oo nga,
Kaya
no.
it was worrisome.
Oh my God,
and, like
sana naman
slurred
hindi, no?
speech, groggy. And then
He passed out yata di ba? At one
I
point.
haven't read that.
I think he
Yeah.
passed out and then paggising niya, parang hindi niya alam kung
Yeah,
nasan siya.
pero mahirap siyang gisingin,
Parang gano'n.
parang ganun.
Oh, yun.
So that makes sense. He wanted to push through the fight. His camp wanted to push through. But yeah, the doctors made the call ang alam ko. Which was a good call na yan. There's rumors that they could headline the next pay-per-view card.
Grabe.
227. Alam ko though,
Well, hopefully it's not, it's parang ngayon lang, no? It's not, hindi siya maging thing na paging recurring thing for Max Holloway.
Some people were saying, dude, Max Holloway is turning into the new Dominic Cruz, yung laging injured. Or he's turning into the new Jose Aldo who pulls out the fights a lot.
Iba naman yung injury sa head kaysa dun sa injuries nila.
Not yet. That's kind of premature. That's
Well, yeah,
stereotype.
also.
Let's see. Hopefully, and yun nga, all we could do really now is, hope for the best for Max and hope that this fight pushes through. Stylistically, it's a great fight. It's a fight fans want to see.
Well, it's also, di ba, parang this is that era eh. Parang if that fight doesn't happen, parang shit.
Yeah.
Di ba, parang may mali.
Yeah.
Di ba? It happens a lot in boxing, pero it happens rarely naman, fortunately for us, in MMA, especially in the UFC. Yun ang, if there's one major advantage ng UFC above any other promotion, that's it eh. Parang they make the fights that we want to see happen immediately, as soon as possible.
That's true.
Diba?
And yeah, si Max Holloway for me talaga, I mean, for a guy who grew up admiring BJ Penn, Max Holloway for me is like that next Hawaiian
Oo nga
scrapper.
eh. Well, he already is, di ba? Kasi champion na
He's
siya,
a champion,
di ba?
yeah. But if there's anyone that BJ Penn is passing the torch down to, for me it would be
Are they
Max
training
Holloway.
together? Or did they, may history ba sila ng camp na, Or,
Not that I know of. I mean, like
parang hindi naman, no? Di ba?
Pero alam ko, I mean, the Hawaiian MMA community, I'm sure is close-knit.
Oh,
Just like here in the Philippines,
Yeah.
everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Go to a media event, see the same dudes. Go to a fight event, you see guys from different promotions, like fighters, coaches, small
Nice.
community. So I'm sure they know each other well.
Oh, let's talk about yung a little bit about the how disappointing is the Ngannou versus Derek Lewis fight.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, everybody thought, oh, this is not going out of the first round. Two massive men with knockout power,
diba?
knockout history. Heavyweight fights tend not to go past the first round anyway.
Oo nga, yeah.
Lalo na with these guys. And then even at the weigh-ins, nagka-scuffle pa sila ng konti.
Talaga? Hindi ko nakita yun.
Lewis pushed Ngannou and he said, oh, fuck, someone's going to sleep. Someone's going to sleep in this fight.
Oh my God. Tapos ganun nang nangyari.
Like you're watching, huh? Yeah, okay.
Well, let's recap. Let's just say what happened. Dun kasi baka may mga hindi nanood. So, if you're gonna look up Francis Ngannou and Derek Lewis for context lang, no? These are the guys na basta, they're parang the most precise description would be talagang monsters eh, di ba?
Monsters, yeah.
These are monsters. Huge, big men, tapos bulging muscles, tapos yung mukhang mean talaga. If they wanna look mean, they can scare you with their face.
Yeah,
di ba?
most
With a scowl.
intimidating guys in the UFC.
And they have the reputation of raw power, 'di ba?
Raw power,
Talagang
scary.
you're gonna get knocked out if you're a small guy, not typical.
Yeah.
They can kill you with one punch probably.
Patay ka na eh.
Oo, 'di ba?
But yeah, and that's why I think then they knew that in the fight.
Oo.
If I get too close, if I
Yun nga eh,
overcommit,
'di ba?
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yun nga eh, 'di ba? Parang
So they're overcautious.
well, this like what I said kanina while we were watching. But at least parang if there's one thing that you'd realize, parang it's that these people are human too, di ba? Na kahit nakakatakot sila and they know that they're physically imposing and scary, they're still afraid, di ba? Kasi I don't think there's another explanation for that, di ba? Kasi why would they not get reckless, di ba?
Yeah.
Apart from being afraid. Well, not afraid.
Yeah, not really afraid.
Not
Maybe
really
just
afraid, pero
cautious,
very
really
cautious.
cautious,
Oo,
yeah.
di ba?
I mean, even Herb Dean had to tell them, hey guys, you have to engage more, you have to fight more.
grabe.
He had to come in and say that. And then, ultimately, the winner was Derek
Dapat,
Lewis.
it should have been a draw.
I felt
It should have
like,
been a draw or
with no one
no
winning.
contest.
yeah, disappointing, crazy.
I wonder what Dana White is, how Dana White feels about that fight. I'm sure he's bitching about it
He's probably
already.
gonna get mad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you expect some things from your fighters. I mean, that's the brutal thing about MMA.
No.
You get fight of the night bonuses if you kill each other.
Mhm.
If you go all out and let the guy hit you and you hit him.
Mm.
I saw a video once. I've read an article that the fighters, before each fight, the like a promoter or someone will come into your locker room. All of you fighters are there, and they're gonna tell you to engage.
Mhm.
They're gonna tell you the more exciting fight you have, there's a bigger chance you get extra money.
Mhm.
And I'm like, wow, dude. Syempre, we call it modern day gladiators.
Yeah.
Some people call it human cockfighting.
Mhm.
And in some moments, as much as I love the sport, I feel like, man, this is borderline. This is crazy.
Oo nga
Na
eh.
people are really putting
Borderline
their-
inhumane. Hindi naman.
Man, ayaw magbitaw ng salita. I don't want to be quoted kasi. but
Yeah, okay.
it really is. It's crazy, man. It's modern day gladiators.
Well, in fairness, ano naman sila, may mga they're fully protected naman with the medical staff around and
That's true, yeah.
and these are trained fighters, but of course they're still at the end of the day they're humans.
Yeah.
And may limitations ang katawan ng mga tao.
Yeah. Yeah, so and then we saw those limitations, man,
No.
in that fight. Even Stipe's fight, you could be a big man. Pero yun nga, you could be 6'5" or 5'5", and it doesn't make your jaw any stronger or weaker.
Mhm.
The human jaw is a human jaw.
Yeah.
If it gets hit, you're going down.
Oh, you can't train the muscles.
Yeah, unless you're like freaking Mark Hunt,
Yeah, oo nga
or the
no.
Korean zombie.
Maybe there's a little bit of an abnormality sa structure ng ano nila, no?
Yeah, maybe.
Diba, maybe, no? Tapos
There's
which
something
makes it stronger than the usual.
Oh, I mean, that's why they say that when you're tired and you open your mouth and you're breathing heavy,
Mhm.
when your jaw is open and you get hit, you're more likely to get knocked out than if your
Yeah.
jaw were closed, your mouth were closed, and you got hit.
Mm.
So that says something about just anatomy and how that translates into your ability to take a punch. But yeah, man, we saw DC. Sorry to the listeners if we're back and forth on different fights.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, the DC
Oh.
caught him.
And it's not even a fully cocked out na
Hey,
di ba?
parang
It's
haymaker.
just, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang short na uppercut eh. Tapos when it landed on Stipe's jaw, talagang just
Baksak.
the legs just gave out.
Yeah, and then hard punches on the ground. It was a legit stoppage, man.
So this is another thing about that is you're gonna question how good is John Jones really, diba? Diba?
Shit.
Kasi, diba, if DC can do that to Stipe, which is now kinda officially the GOAT ng heavyweight eh. Kasi yung the most decorated heavyweight of all time.
Title defensive heavyweight
diba?
Of UFC, yeah.
So official yun. Tapos DC did that to him.
Yeah.
So and then John Jones, diba?
Yeah.
How good is that guy?
Well, he's great. John Jones is great. He's one of the best. The only thing to tarnish his legacy is the drug charges, the PED, performance-enhancing drug charges. So
The personal stuff.
yeah,
diba?
dude. But yeah, it makes you wonder. I mean, DC couldn't do that to Jones.
Okay, he's hit Jones several times during their fights.
Yeah.
Pero hindi not to that effect,
Yeah.
diba?
I guess to Jones's credit, he probably has.
He said.
Well, he did. He knows how to use his distance. He probably doesn't stay in the clinch unless he's throwing knees or elbows.
Oo nga, no? Parang
there's something John
maybe
Jones doing right.
we need to rewatch the DC Jones fights, no?
Yeah.
Kasi parang I'm sure I'm pretty sure there were instances that they were in a clinch, diba?
Yeah, they were. I don't know, man. Did DC want to make a statement with Jones by beating him on the
No,
feet?
and
I don't know.
and another idea na naisip ko is, would Jones, what if, so DC is now the heavyweight champion, Jones is in the light heavyweight, so there's a possibility maybe after the Brock Lesnar fight that Jones will follow him to heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about Jones, kaya hindi ako masyadong sold sa kanya as GOAT. Well, achievement wise, wala akong reklamo doon. Pero the one knock that I have about him is he's too big for me. At least he looks like he's too big for light heavyweight, and he should be able to easily get into the heavyweight division and make weight for that. And parang sa akin lang naman at least in my opinion, parang it's kinda parang he's picking on smaller people, and diba, parang where he's got the most advantage. Well, at least ganun yung may ganung dating sa akin.
Ako personally, and no offense, I disagree with that lang. Kasi I hear it a lot din on social media. He's cheating because he could be a heavyweight. I'm like, yeah, dude, but he made the weight cut. He made
diba?
it 205. So if you can make the weight division, then you're in the weight division. But
that's the rules.
Yeah.
Diba?
But yun nga, I think in heavyweight, I think he'd have a tough time. The funny thing about John Jones is his greatest asset is actually the root of his nickname, Bones. The way they call him Bones because he has skinny, bony legs. That's the reason why he's winning. It's because his legs are tiny and he can stay in the light heavyweight division. Not the only reason why he wins, of course. He's hardworking, he's talented, he's all that.
Yeah.
But the fact that he can fit all this size into light heavyweight
is
because of his legs, and the fact that because he could do that, he's unstoppable at light heavyweight.
Grabe, no? Unstoppable is the right term.
Yeah, he hasn't been stopped.
Diba? Parang unbelievable. Pero you said kanina na if Jones goes up to heavyweight and fought Stipe, delikado siya. Why do you think that?
I think so. I think first of all, the height and reach advantage of Jones goes away.
Yeah.
And we saw with Gustafsson that that's how vital the height and reach is.
That's another parang to feed the argument yung sabi ko kanina. Kasi when he fought somebody na closer to his own size, he struggled, diba? So maybe, just maybe. Pero syempre, we can't take credit. We can't take away the credit from John Jones.
And then I would think then John Jones can take guys down at will. I mean, you can see some of his takedowns actually. He just binabraso na niya, like against Machida. He just got the legs and said, "Fuck it," pulled the legs from under him. You can't do that with a guy like Stipe. You can't do that with other heavyweights. I think Jones would have a problem there, but this is speculation. Jones is a one-of-a-kind athlete. He can adjust to whoever he's fighting. So who knows
it's gonna be interesting. But if you have to pick Jones versus DC at heavyweight, Jones pa rin.
I don't know, dude.
It's hard if you're gonna.
I'm a huge DC fan, and I feel like finally he has his time. Time in the limelight. I'd like for him to retire actually on this run if he beats, when he beats Brock Lesnar. I hope he hangs it up. That would be, I think, the biggest payday of his life. Hell of a win streak, 2 division champion simultaneously. He's 38.
39.
He'd be 39.
Magpo-40 na siya maybe soon.
He can hang it up.
That would be a great ending for his career.
Yeah.
It's a legendary. And he started late for the sport, di ba?
Yes, he did.
30 plus na siya, di ba? And still, di ba?
Yeah.
That's an amazing guy. That's a great guy. You can't do that if you don't have excellent work ethics and ano yun, yung dedication.
Yeah.
Diba? Iba yan eh. Iba siya.
Yeah, good head on his shoulders. Kaya nga, I'm happy for him. And just to answer your question, who would I think would win, Jones at Cormier at heavyweight? I can't believe I'm saying this. I'd say Jones.
Oo nga eh.
I think Jones just has the exact tools to beat
DC.
I
think they're in terms of grit and skill, maybe they're close, but Jones just has the physical and mechanical advantages because of his physique. Yun lang, as simple as that. Mas efficient machine lang si Jones yung ano niya.
But let's see, I would still love to see that fight. I mean, just for the hope of seeing Daniel.
It's just gonna be heartbreak again.
Yeah.
For us DC fans.
Yeah, I'd like to see Cormier redeem himself.
Pero if he beats him, that's gonna be glorious.
Yeah, he'd go down as the greatest in the sport.
Well, he probably is already.
Yeah.
Ayos.
I mean, the people forget the nickname of DC before was Black Fedor. Diba? When he was at Strike Force,
okay.
They just changed it when he got to UFC because syempre you don't want to market someone as Black Fedor. Sino ba si Fedor? Yung champion dun sa Strike Force.
Yeah.
So they changed his nickname to just DC.
But I didn't know that.
And then so that's how great he is. He was being compared to who was considered as the greatest, the GOAT of that time, Fedor.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, exciting things ahead. Thankfully. Kasi we were saying kanina, medyo nawalan ng excitement.
Steam, kasi because McGregor absent. Ronda Rousey, WWE now. Well, who just got indicted in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, congratulations to her. Yeah.
Well, you can say anything about Ronda Rousey. I'll criticize her. Me included. I'm an irrational Ronda Rousey hater sometimes.
Oh, really, dude?
pero nobody else would be more deserving, di ba?
Yeah, I mean, she's done a lot of great things.
Di ba? Hindi siya, what she did for the sport is phenomenal.
Here's a great point, again made by my podcast idol, si Chael Sonnen. He said that he and Ariel Helwani, another great journalist and podcaster, had a debate. He said that Ariel said, no doubt Ronda Rousey should be in the Hall of Fame, the first woman in the Hall of Fame. And then Chael said, but think about this for a minute. I agree, she deserves it.
No.
But Ronda Rousey never beat a UFC champion in her career. She never won the championship. She was inaugurated the champion.
Yeah.
She never beat a UFC champion. and then the minute she was beat, she never recovered.
Oo nga, that's the biggest knock
And
on
then,
Ronda Rousey.
That kind of makes you question, like, oh, this is Hall of Fame worthy. She never beat a champion in her life. She never had to dethrone a champion to become a champion. And I'm like, shit, even for me, hardcore Ronda Rousey fan, said, oh man, wow, that is something to scratch your head about. But syempre, she's still there. She's in the Hall of Fame. I still think she deserves it, no doubt.
Well, she does. And I think she's there not just on a different what do you call this? Hindi level parang category na iba yung ginamit sa kanya to assess her diba? Kasi she's she's the trailblazer for women's MMA, and she pushed the company to new heights when she came in, and well, it was already parang mataas, okay na rin siya because it was the GSP era when he came to the UFC, pero tumaas lalo yung stock ng UFC because of her.
Yeah.
Diba? And then and also the impact, her impact to other athletes, because I don't know, kasi I think a lot of women fighters parang they stepped up because they saw that Ronda is unstoppable and wanted to be the one to beat her, diba? The first to dethrone her. So maybe those are yun yung mga kinonsider nila for that.
And definitely, and if you're gonna induct any woman, it's really gonna be Ronda Rousey.
It's gotta be her first.
Yeah.
Diba? You can't put any other woman before her.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, game changer talaga in every sense. Na even diba, Dana White said we're not gonna put women in UFC. Now he's like, we can't have enough female weight divisions in the UFC. We have to have more. The best way to market the sport talaga is to make it more accessible to the larger demographics. There are more men than women. There are more kids than men. And then the women are found to be the buyers of the household. They're the ones who decide what is consumed.
Yeah, that's also a great point.
Yeah. This isn't me being sexist. These are studies.
Yeah, that is
real
true.
studies. So parang, you have to appeal to these demographics. Us dudes, we'll watch a fight, we'll buy a beer, but there are only a few of us who are that hardcore. If you want to get the masses into it, you got to appeal to a wider audience. So that's what Ronda Rousey did. Appeal to the mainstream, appeal to the casuals.
Yeah.
I had the dentist of my daughter said, you watch UFC? See Ronda Rousey? I'm like, yeah, Ronda Rousey. And then parang, they'll know just at 0.1% of what the sport is about. Thanks to Ronda Rousey. Because of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
So that's what she did. Wow. So yeah, deserving.
Amazing. Anyway, so you wanna invite people here?
I mean, we could go on all day. Thank you so much
of course,
for inviting me on your podcast. I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of what you're doing.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, and then for those who don't know, we've been like watching UFC fights together in restaurants.
Yeah.
Never did I think that we'd one day be here.
Yeah.
So we're here right now at UFC
Unbelievable,
Gym.
right?
Yeah, dude. We're here at UFC Gym Virtus North. Please feel free to come by. Check out our website, our Facebook pages for UFC Gym Philippines. Drop by, schedule a free session, man. Train with us. It's a lot of fun. And of course, shout out. I'm the editor-in-chief of DojoDrifter.com. So please follow us on Instagram at Dojo Drifter. Follow us on Facebook. Check out our website where you can see this video.
Yes.
We'll be placing this video there.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Keep following the sport, keep supporting the sport. That's all we ask. Yeah, of course, shout out, of course, to my wife, Trish, my daughter, Ashley. I'll be seeing you guys later. It's a Sunday. Yeah. But us folios spending a Sunday here watching fights. Talking about fights. We're addicts. So, yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Of course, man.
And
My pleasure.
let's do it again. One of these days. Hopefully with the other guys. George.
George, where
you at, George?
Oh, yeah, perfect,
where you at,
perfect.
George? And Chris also, and the rest of the guys in Dojo. We're gonna see you again soon. Okay? And that's it. Thank you
you
for
very much.
watching Powerful Komiksman.
Yes. Thank you, man. Salamat, bro. Salamat.
Salamat.
Fun. Fun.